Hello, welcome back to the Captain's Vlog. Little intro. This is a bit different today because I messed up and forgot what I've done with my original intro. So you've got me sat in front of my computer because I'm about to edit it and realised I didn't have it. So enjoy the next few clips. Basically, it's just a whole bunch of little videos over the last couple of weeks because I've not done a video for a little while. I've done a few little odds and ends here and there, so I'm going to call it a bit odd jobbing. But this video might go out the next day or so, and then tomorrow there's some cool stuff happening, and then next week there's some even more cool stuff happening. So there's actually some pretty decent content going to be coming out, hopefully, over the next couple of weeks. But we do have some bad news with the engine as well. But we'll cover that in another video. I'll probably do a little video on that one alone because the situation is not fantastic. So we are focusing now on getting this car ready to drive this year. It's going to happen. I'm driven to do it. We're going to make it happen. So enjoy the video. Catch you later. Oh dang, here it goes. Perfect weather conditions for painting outside. So we've got all the side trims all sanded down. Got the grille all done, sanded. We're literally just gonna go over it now, just letting the last few bits of moisture dry out from where I washed them, and then we're gonna get the panel wipe, give them a good clean down, and then fingers crossed, hope for the best. Well, painting outside is officially rubbish. I don't know if you can be able to see anything. I can't see Jack Diddley in my screen. Now, spout on the aerosol got a little bit excited and started spitting. So there's going to be a touch of sanding to do, very light sanding afterwards, and maybe just a wee touch over. Most of the bits look pretty good though. Long ones there. Most of it looks pretty damn good, so I'm just going to leave that dry for half hour and we'll get the base coat on. Well, that actually didn't go too badly. Had to do a little bit of sanding on the grille, and we've just smashed it with the silver. Done all of the trims. Just need to wait that for dry for 20 minutes, half hour, and we can get some clear coat on it, and that's the bit we need to hope nothing lands in it. Only me. Well, after achieving absolutely nothing yesterday, Saturday, I have decided to drag myself out of bed and try and do a few bits on the Civic today. Don't really have much of a plan. I've started to do the side body trims on there, but the car's a bit close to the fence line to do the other side properly. Plus I might want to do some like double-sided sticky for the weather stripping, just to stop any moisture getting down behind and into the door and into the rear quarter. It's probably how a lot of the rust starts, to be honest, is water getting in behind those trims, the side trims, and then just going down the inside of the door through the holes and sitting there and rusting it out from the inside outwards. So I popped to Halfords this morning and got a few bits. I've got some coolant and some deionized distilled water, whatever you want to call it. I had a little toolbox upgrade as well. I've been buying these tray sets to go in my red boxes, one there and one there. And I needed some 1/4-inch stuff, so I decided to get another tray set, and I needed some of these the other day to take the auxiliary belt off. Because of where the engine mount sits, you can't do it with a regular spanner or a socket, so you need a swan neck job like that. And then I've got my specialty bits out of the other red box in there. So £28 for the box. Halfords have actually upgraded all of their advanced kit now. This is not an advert, I just quite like their stuff because it's pretty good value for money. But 100 teeth, can you hear that? Oh, easy one-handed. It's about 100 teeth actuation now on all of their ratchets, which is quite funny because just last week I bought one of them in a 1/4 inch drive, and now I've got 2. So whatever. Well, first job that I'm gonna do is put the newly cleaned inner wheel arch liners in the car. I've got my screws with the thingy bobs on, and I've got my push jobbies, and I've got my flash arrow ones for the top of the wing. This makes me sad. Look, it's been sitting here just for like a year, and I need to get a proper spacer that's hub centric, so don't worry about that. But look at the state of that caliper. It's just covered in dust and started all corroding. Even the frickin' outer tie rods have started to go, the suspension forks have started to go. I need to clear that mess out. I need to build a shed around the back to clear that mess out so that this can go in there, and then that won't happen, hopefully. Because it doesn't happen through the summer, does it? It's through the winter when you get all the cold weather and everything. But and then we'll try and get some bolts in there, because that is nowhere near lined up, so we're going to get that up a bit, flare all this line out a bit more. What's the gap at the back like? Yeah, don't look too bad. See, now this is where I'm going to get upset, because you can easily tell that that wing is a different colour. Now the wing, both front wings and the bonnet, they came from a different car up in Scotland that was being broken for parts. The rest of the stuff's obviously all the original. So these 3 pieces will match, but they are different. So alright, let's crack on, see if we can get the bottom piece together. Well, got most of the wheel arch cover on. Got one clip up there, one up there, and then we've got a bolt through there. But what I'm trying to figure out now is whether or not this guard, the inner guard, has to go inside or outside of the wheel arch. I mean, looking at where it's been painted down here, I would say that it needs to go that side, and then the clip goes through there. But the trouble is, as you go up round, it fits less and less good. You've got a bit of a crease there where they've been rolled, so it doesn't sit right there. I mean, I can probably just knock that in a bit, but then as you get up round here, it gets frigging worse. And then when you get to the front here, I mean, it actually pokes outside, like, but you can't poke it inside. I mean, I suppose I could, but it just looks more and more dodgy. These wings are junk, to be honest. These will be getting replaced when I come to get the whole car properly painted. But we can see we've got the liner in at least. Just these gaps need sorting out. And then this thing fell out. This is the little self-tapper bit that goes in the wing just there. That goes in just there, so I'm going to press that back in because it fell out before. So then your self-tapper goes through there into the wing, holds it in. And then we've got some bits down here that need rebending because they're not in the right place, and I need another one of those little caps, the self-tapper caps, and I'm probably going to need another something to go in the end of there, because this down here, there's nothing behind it. Look, I mean, I don't even know where that inner one's supposed to go to, or whether it's just a really fat screw. Not sure. Lots of stuff to figure out, but yeah, real fiddly process. Getting the door gaps somewhere near right was a bit of a task, but I think we got there. To be honest, doesn't look too bad at all, other than the missed colour match. I haven't tightened up the ones inside the engine bay just yet, because we need to drop the bonnet down and stuff like that, and we need to align the headlight up. I've just got one bolt holding through there to stop the corner from dropping in. This is all lined up nicely around here, so Yeah. Bit of a freaking task, really. Not done it before, so I like to really take my time, analyse how it all goes together and all of that stuff, and work it all out from there. So, and then once I've done that, I'll get to bleeding the coolant, and then I'll turn the car around to do all of this side, because there ain't no way I'm doing it in this friggin' little space. So that's probably going to be it for now, because I'll be honest, I straight up can't be bothered now. Oh, I've had to make a little bit of a change because I wasn't happy with it coming outside of the wheel arch, so I've managed to put it so it goes inside the wheel arch all the way now, and it actually hooks in behind the bent up clips. Don't know if we'll be able to get an angle on it, but yeah, you see you got the clips here. Now that would have been where they would have been flat originally, but yes, I've managed to pin it up behind there so it was down in the gap a little bit, so should hopefully stop some of the crap getting round. And then as we get down round here, what I've done is I've just trimmed it back a little bit so that when I pin it in, it'll be behind the arch mostly until you get to there, and then it just comes outside so I can pin it to it, so then that'll be nice and secure. And it's about as, it's sort of the best of a bad situation really, because it's about as good as I'm going to get it. So send it and see, Sally. Scrap that, it's not the end, because I found a method of doing another thing. So we've figured out now how to get these clips out. So bollocks, that's going to go inside, isn't it? Thought we were being clever. And then you've got a load of holes in the underside to keep all this bit on. Here we go then. First start since doing all the new heater pipes and all that malarkey, so should have the Bluetooth data thing working now as well off the ECU, so give it a go. Don't overflow the can. Don't overflow. That rattling noise you can hear, don't panic, it's just the wheel spacer. So we've got all the data on there. Coolant temps the one I'm really looking at, to be honest. 37 degrees. Don't think we've taken a lot of coolant, it's only had like 2 litres. Well, we'll just keep an eye on it and just keep this thing topped up until it stops burping. Stinks, man. It sounds good now. Engine sounds a little quieter. Just bleeding the coolant out. Oh, idle's suddenly dropped. Yeah, it's a little bit on the rib side. Oil pressure's run in about 10-15 minutes probably. Engine light is on because of the IACV that I need to disable. But I think we're pretty good now. Just need to top that up with coolant a little bit more and we're good to go. Hey, it's another day. I've just done an oil change on the car. Reason being, felt like there wasn't that much in it last time. I had the oil pressure dropped to like 30, so I was like, we'll just switch it off and just checked it. Seemed like there wasn't a lot on the dipstick. Let it drain, still wasn't a lot on it. It was sort of barely halfway between, so I thought I'll take the opportunity to give it an oil change. So we've had the oil out and we've just topped it up with fresh oil now, so she's just bang on the dot there. I didn't bother filming it because everybody's seen a fucking oil change, haven't they? But there were some interesting artifacts in the oil. That could well just be a stone from my driveway. Actually, that doesn't look like a piece of an engine, does it? Or does it? It's too round. No, it looks like a bit of oil, a bit of something off my drive. But anyway, we've got some foreigners in there. It's not ridiculous. Considering this engine had a bearing change, so all the stuff's really fine. So I mean, to be honest, I've got no choice but to fucking send it. But we're just sort of gonna see where we end up, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna get it off the stands now and get it turned around so I can start doing all the bits down this side of the car. Here we are then, look, a different view. Nom nom. So we've got the vehicle switched around to the other side, and you can see that I've got no trims, no skirt, wings not fitted. This wheel bearing needs taking off and replacing with the new one, the hub bearing, because that one's got a bit of a wonky wonk on it. I'm hoping that it is just the bearing's been tweaked at some point and it's not the spindle it sits on that's knackered. But this is me we're talking about, so anything is possible, isn't it? So got to clean all that tape residue off of there. Then we've got to have a look at this. But look, mate, I'm gutted. See that dirty great crease right there, look. Damn. That's happened whilst it's been sat here. This gazebo's nearly fallen down 20 times. I've got a new dent in the roof. I've got a new dent on that side. And I've got this crease here. Now, I can't remember if that was the gazebo fell on that or whether that was me kicking it about in the garage. But either way, it's not good. So I'm not going to spend too much time fitting that perfectly. Plus, I can't do it yet anyway because I'm actually missing a bulb holder that goes in here. So, in that hole there, if I can get your hand in. So I need the bulb holder. There's a guy breaking the EK4. He's gonna get me the bits I need. and send it over to me. The other thing as well is now gives me a chance to get good access to this portion of the car, which means I can tidy up all of that, find a suitable home for the ECU, tidy all the wiring up, shorten a bunch of wires under there for the gauges and a load of other bits and pieces, and just generally make it a bit more tidy and more finished looking, because all that stuff is finished now. All the wiring is Gucci, everything works, everything does what it needs to do. I fitted a relay for the AEM because it draws a bit of juice on heat up, so that goes straight to the battery on a 12-volt switch relay now. That's pretty much it really. Just gotta have a good tidy up. Looks pretty good in here, considering the quick Harry paint job I did. But yep. So yes mate, good stuff. Now, well, this is new. Look, actual daylight in the engine bay. Actually the first time we've been able to see that. What I can't get over is how freaking low it is. It's by my knees, man. But that is a K-Series in a 90s Honda, and I think it's pretty fucking cool. And ultimately, no more leaking from any of the coolant hoses, which is mint. Proper mint. Now, we've started to make a bit of a process now, a bit of a move on moving this ECU up. So it's currently now sitting up behind the dash bar. It's just sitting there at the minute because we don't have a great deal of length on the connectors. Oh well, we've had a slight change of plan, guys, because where I had it sat over here on top of this motor, I realised we've got a lever there for actuating the air recirculating thing. So I had to move it up from there because it would have failed anyway. But I think we've got it in a better position in the end, to be fair, because I've got it, it's just cable tied in, but I've got these massive foam pads which I've been using as kneeling cushions for God knows how long, and they're pretty solid, like, and that's in there solid. And we've now got a wicked little relief in the corner of the ECU that just fits round the internal heat trunking, so that just notches into there perfectly. And then if I move, hang on, oh man, noises, you can see it's just strapped in at the top there, and we've got just enough clearance for the airbag cover to pop back inside without touching the ECU, and we've got plenty of clearance for all the wiring. So I'm going to tape all that lot up, or tape round, because there is a bit of a dodgy weld there. It's a bit sharp, so don't want anything grounding out on anything. Plenty of space for all the wiring in this relief here, so it just needs a little bit of tidying with some cable ties, pull everything all nicely together and out of the way, the heat mechanism and whatnot. Rerun the wideband gauges, and then start tidying up this freaking mess right here, shortening a few wires and doing a few bits, then we're good to go. Next week, this car is being picked up and it's gonna go to my mate up at RTL Customs to have this exhaust hopefully sorted. Now, not quite sure how we're going to do it or what we're going to do precisely. Might involve some pie cuts, 90 degrees bends and all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff, so that's going to get done and hopefully all TIG welded up nicely. And then after that, this whole back section here is going to go and have a wee climbing frame put in it. You heard that? Climbing frame, roll cage. Plans have changed a little bit, so I won't go too much into detail, but yeah, we're committed to getting this motherfucker drivable now, so we're cracking on, we're getting things booked in. I can't wait to drive it, it's going to be so sick, honestly. Right, that's probably going to be it for this episode, unless I chuck a few extra bits into me doing that bit or whatever, I don't know, we'll see. But until next time, laters.